Hey, what's up guys? It's day 2 of Funko's exclusive pop reveals for Virtual Con Spring 2021, which is taking the place of Emerald City Comic Con this year. Since there is no con, it's all going to be online. And some of you guys are wondering where you can actually get these pops. On March 1st, they're going to have the Virtual Con. Well, they say March 1st through 5th, but usually the pops go on sale the first day, and it's going to be on Funko's website. Now, there was supposed to be a lottery, and they were supposed to send out an email to sign up for that, and I think a lot of people did get it. I never got one, so I guess you had to get lucky to get lucky. And once those people have a chance to pick through what they want, what's left over, the people that didn't win the lottery get to buy whatever's left over. But a lot of these are also going to be shared with stores. Not sure which stores will get them physically in their store, but all of the stores will have them available on their websites. That's usually how it goes in past years. I don't expect this to be any different. What is kind of strange though is that last year, Emerald City Comic Con was still scheduled to go on. So the way they did it was the pops that were sold through the Funko shop had a chance to have the actual con official sticker on them. And the ones sold through the store websites had the shared exclusive sticker. This year, since there is no con, I wonder if there is going to be 2 different stickers. I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that. But what I'm getting at is if there isn't 2 different stickers, don't be so upset that you didn't win the lottery to have first pick at the pops, because a lot of the stores will have them. And if they all have the same sticker, what's the difference? Now, there will be some that are exclusive to Funko, and those are definitely going to be the ones that are actually numbered and don't just say limited. And those will probably be sold out to the people that won the lottery. That's just the way it is. All right, on to the reveals. So today was all the Disney reveals, and first up it's Belle in the green dress. And she seems pretty simple at first, but I actually really like this one. Because for Emerald City Comic Con, they usually put out green pops. And sometimes they don't make sense, they just make them green to make them green. But Belle actually had a green dress in the movie. And this figure does look pretty different than the other Belle figures, so I like this one. Not going to get it myself, but I like the idea. They're also making the green ogre from the Adventures of the Gummy Bears. And this pop turned out pretty good. If you look at the bottom corner though, you see that this one is limited to 1,500 pieces. So like I was saying earlier, this one is probably only going to be available on Funko's website and will probably be sold out to the people that actually won the lottery to be able to buy them first, because 1,500 is not a lot. So I imagine that this is going to end up in a lot of non-Gummy Bears fans' hands. Because if you won the lottery and you have a chance to get a 1,500 piece Funko Pop, you're going to take it because you know it's going to be valuable and it's going to help offset the cost of your other pops. That's just what people are going to do. So if you're looking to complete your Gummy Bears collection, be expected to probably pay $200 to $300 for this guy. I would say more if it was a more popular character or a line, but I don't think the Gummy Bears are that popular of a line. But since it is so limited, I do expect this one to be several $100 on the secondhand market. Now, I absolutely love Alice in Wonderland, so I'm going to get the Caterpillar. And this pop does look pretty good. But honestly, they should have made this guy like a 6-inch pop, put him on a mushroom, have him smoking a hookah and blowing out translucent, colorful fish. I don't know why they didn't give him the hookah. Maybe because it's smoking and you don't want kids to look at smoking. But what? Are you going to buy this for a kid? And what? Has that kid not seen the cartoon? Because it's smoking in the cartoon. So why would you buy a kid a toy from a cartoon you don't let the kid watch? It doesn't make sense, right? The cynical part of me says that they probably will eventually put out the Caterpillar smoking a hookah on a mushroom. But they don't want to put that one out first, because if you have that one, why would you buy this one, right? I'm still going to get it. I just wish they would have made him a little bit more interesting than this. At first, I thought this was a new version of Jolly Roger, but I guess Jolly Roger is just the one from the logo, and the skeleton on the gold pile is just a different pirate. That said, it's very similar looking, and I wasn't able to get the original Jolly Roger, and it's very expensive, so I'm super happy that they're putting out this skeleton on gold pile. He looks fabulous. And honestly, I think it's my favorite reveal of the day. I hope that the gold is painted nice and shiny, and those jewels on it, I hope that they're translucent plastic, but I have a feeling they're just going to be painted. But if the gold is nice and shiny, that'll be fine. And I really hope that the way he glows is only kind of on one side like that, because that's really visually interesting, but I have a feeling it's going to be maybe all of the white of the skeleton, which will be cool too. This is a definite must-have for me. I hope it's not too hard to get. I hope it's shared with somewhere like Hot Topic. Make it easy. But yeah, must-have for me. One of my favorites so far. This green military art Yoda has got to be the dumbest one. I mean, this is an art series pop. Like, they got an artist to just make Yoda green. What are they going to do next? Get an artist to make a black Darth Vader? Weird. Not sure what the military green is about. I mean, maybe if it was camo or if they're donating part of the proceeds to veterans. Very bizarre pop. Pretty lame. Definite pass for me. Star Wars pops have been pretty disappointing for these cons lately. This is no exception. Not in a million years would I have guessed they were going to come out with a new Spider-Man 2099. Seems very random. This is the second time they've made him. A few years ago, he was a Walgreens exclusive, and Walgreens exclusives, notoriously hard to find, impossible to get with good box condition because they get thrashed. And honestly, this is very much improved from the original. The original didn't have the cape, so it wasn't very accurate. It was a super plain Spider-Man body, and it had this odd, shiny paint. It looked like it was spray painted. And the red on it just looked like decals. Very oddly designed, lazy, very kind of lame pop, the original Spider-Man 2099. So this is much improved, but I don't see this one going up in price very much. So if your budget doesn't allow you to get everything, this might be one that you'll be able to probably find for not much more than 25 bucks later on down the road if you need to prioritize what you're going to buy according to your budget. Continuing with Marvel, they made Morbius as a zombie for the Marvel Zombies line. I know a lot of you guys are big fans of the Marvel Zombies. I am not. And it's similar to like what I thought about the Caterpillar. Like, are these pops for kids or something? Because when I look at the pictures of the Marvel Zombies in the comic books, they don't have green blood all over them. They have red blood. And this one specifically highlights how much better red blood would look because it has red blood around the mouth. I kind of feel like all the zombies should have red instead of green. And I also feel like they should have a little bit more contrast on the zombie-like skin, kind of like how the Walking Dead zombies have. What I'm trying to say is I like the sculpts of the Marvel Zombies. I just don't like the paint jobs. I think they ruin it with the paint jobs. But anyway, you got Morbius here, who's a vampire, but now is also a zombie. Not sure how that works, like a zombie vampire. Like, it's really confusing my brain. But here you go for the Marvel Zombie collectors. And yet, another Deadpool. I don't read the Deadpool comic. I enjoyed the movies. I'm guessing this is from the comic. But honestly, man, I feel like the Deadpool pops are insanely overdone. There's so many. But I guess they must sell them because they keep making them. And there's so many Deadpool pops that I think some people can just collect Deadpool pops and have a pretty good collection. Kind of like how some people just collect Batman, I guess. And the sculpt of this one is pretty impressive. I do like all the tiny little stuffed animals to make up the pants. Seems like the chest is painted kind of cool. A little bit more detail, kind of like I was talking about with the zombies. This one appears to have a wash over his skin. It's a well done pop. It's just another Deadpool pop. Not sure how exciting that is for people, but maybe that's just me. Now this is really interesting. The Sasquatch mascot for the Seattle Supersonics, incorporating the green, but it's not forced. It's Seattle. It's unique for a sports pop. It looks good. I like this one. It'll be great to put with your Sean Kemp pop. And this one could go either way. Like, it could be very popular and go up in price very fast, or it could just be ignored. It's hard to gauge for me how popular sports Funko Pops are because I feel like the people that collect the sports pops only collect sports pops, which is cool. I could see big baseball fans, for instance, just having a bunch of baseball Funko Pops, or people just having a bunch of NASCAR Funko Pops. So I'm not as familiar with sports Funko Pop collecting, which ones go up in value, which ones don't. But from the outside looking in, to me, this one seems like a really cool one. And lastly, a Funkoverse Darkwing Duck expansion? I'm surprised Funkoverse is still around. It seems like perpetual shelf warmers to me whenever I go to Target or whatever. I just see tons of these on the shelves, discounted, the same ones over and over again. I doubt people are buying them and they're just getting restocked all the time. I really don't get the Funkoverse thing at all. But maybe it's just one of those things that people that aren't necessarily Funko Pop collectors just like playing the board game. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you like Funkoverse. Alright guys, that was day 2. The must-haves for me are the Caterpillar for sure, and the Pirate on the Gold pile. Might pick up Spider-Man, not sure. I would say that the Disney wave, pretty solid. The Marvel wave, pretty weak. I would even go so far as to say that the 3 Marvel Pops, if they weren't convention exclusives and were just commons, would be shelf formers maybe. So they slap a con sticker on them. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on day 2. Which ones are your favorites? Which ones are your least favorites? Or anything else you'd like to say. Thanks for watching and have a good one.